What is up, guys? The Great Wall back at you with another video. Today we are here with another Add a Legend challenge, and it is the Cleveland Guardians, also formerly known as the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, they were one of the original well, not probably, I don't think they were one of the original teams, but they are a very historic team. They've been around for a long time. They've had a lot of great players come through. Right now they're in a rough spot. I think everyone can admit that they aren't as good as they could be doing. Especially as a team that's been to the playoffs a lot recently and has made it very far. They were very close to making it to the World Series a couple of years ago and just came short. Obviously, it doesn't help when their amazing closer decides to gamble. Yeah, obviously doesn't help. But their team is falling on some rough times. They don't have the best team around. They've got a couple great guys like J-Ram, Stephen Kwan struggling this year. DeLauder has come up and been a beast. Parker Messick's been really good this year. Gavin Williams, Tanner Bybee, Cade Smith, obviously he's insane in this game. So yeah, we have some decent pieces, but I think we're a good 4 or 5 years away from being good. But without further ado, if you guys like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot to my editor and I. We are a small channel, so every subscriber means a lot more to us. Yeah, pretty simple. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the summer. We've got about a month and a half left. I think we can do it. But if you guys want to be part of the first 500, please hit the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and sim this tester year and see how they do. Alright, we're at the home run derby. We don't have anyone here. I mean, kind of surprise. The only person who has a shot is J-Ram. We're currently 8 games back, but we're not in a terrible spot, in all honesty. J-Ram is an all-star. Parker Messick is also an all-star. So is Tanner Bybee. I mean, the very good starting pitching wise. Cade Smith is also here. Oh, dude, for a second I thought that was Yandy Diaz, and I was so confused. And yeah, I'm a little bit slow. It's funny how many guys here are former Guardians. Like Ernie Clement used to be on the Guardians way back when. So was there someone else? There was someone else I could have swore I saw that was a former Guardian player. But do we have anyone else here? I don't think we do, and that would be a correct statement. So, yeah. Are we in a decent spot to make a playoff push? Yes, but we're also in an incredibly mid spot, so it's either going to be extremely good or extremely bad. So, see how they finish off. Wow, they finished 87 and 75 and still don't make the playoffs. That is rough. They finish 2 games back in just an absolute disgusting race. Oh, that really sucks. 87 wins gets you into the postseason most other times. Bybee with the, I can't remember, I think it was wins. J-Ram had a great year. Or was it ERA? I think it was ERA for Bybee. J-Ram with a 7.4, Bazana with a 3.8, Kwan with a 3, DeLauder and Bailey with a 2.2, Schneemann with a 2.1, Fry with a 1.8, 1.7 from Angel Martinez. Tanner, have a great year, honestly. Pitching wise, Sabrowski with 12 wins. Good for him. Gavin Williams didn't do his thing. Needed him to be a little bit better. How did Cade Smith do? 46 saves? Okay, that's not bad. That's really not bad. 4.7 from Tanner, 3.4 from Messick, 2 from Matt Festa, Cantillo with a 1.6, Cecchioni with a 1.2, and Cade Smith with a 1.1. Let's go at our first player and see if it improves us enough. Alright, this might be a shock to some or a little bit of a surprise, but we're going to go with Nap Lejo. I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize if I am, but yeah, he's the first one we are going to go with. He was an absolute beast. He won the Triple Crown as a member of the Phillies back in the year 1901, but he was also elite in Cleveland. At the age of 31, had a 10-WAR season. Overall, just a great guy, a great player. He had a 338 batting average for his career, with a 380 on base and a 466 slug. So yeah, very good player. I didn't make the player, but I did change his stats a little bit to kind of make him really good. So yeah, first player we're adding. Hopefully they put Bazana somewhere else. I'm gonna move him to left field just because he should be fine in left. So yeah, and then we'll sim and see how the team does. All right, we're at the home run derby. Do we have anyone here? No, we do not. Let's see, the team, we're in first. We're 3.5 games ahead. Nap is an all-star. So is Cade Smith. anyone else? Yandy Diaz and Jonathan Aranda, both All-Stars. Diaz, of course, was on Cleveland once upon a time. Pretty sure so was Junior Caminero. I think he came... I don't know if he was always on the Rays. I'm pretty sure he came from a different team as a prospect. Do we have anyone else, though? No J-Ram, which is very questionable, but no one else. So yeah, let's just finish out the year and see if we can make the playoffs. I think we definitely have a shot. Alright, so we did kind of collapse a little bit in the second half, but we did end up making the playoffs as the 5 seed. Manzardo led the league in RBIs. The Louder Rookie of the Year, not bad at all. Let's see how the guys did. Let's see how they did. So Knapp with a 7.4 did not hit as well as he should have. J-Ram with a 4, Patrick Bailey with a 3, Manzardo with a 2.6, Quan with a 2, Martinez with a 1.7, Schneemann with a 1.3. Gates Smith only 41 saves this year, 8 blown saves, 9 blown saves from Sobrowski is not it. Just not it. Messick with a 2.7, Tanner with a 2.5, 2.1 from Cantillo, Allen with a 1.7, so nothing really special. Taking on Texas, and they're going to immediately knock us out. So let's go at our next player and see if we can kind of solidify ourselves in this division. Alright, the next player we're adding, you knew who it had to be. It was Bob Feller. He is probably the greatest pitcher in Cleveland's history, and I said probably, he 100% is. Arguably one of the better pitchers of all time. Dude was an absolute beast, and he was amazing, like, from a very young age, too, which, you know, is insane. 8-time All-Star. I don't think they really had many other awards back then, but yeah, he should hopefully lead the way here, and we should be one of the best teams in baseball now, so hopefully he can do a job. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby, and the team is very good. Let's see. Who do we have as All-Stars? Doesn't matter. 5.5 games ahead, but we have 56 wins. Messick, Knapp, and Jose Ramirez. Wow. No Bob Feller, but my God, is Parker a beast. Kate Smith is also holding it down. Do we have anyone else here? Knapp, we saw. J-Ram, we saw. Anyone else, though? It looks like no, but that's okay. Let's finish out this year strong, and let's hopefully get a bye this time. Okay, so 88-74, we win the division, and we get a bye. How on earth do we end up as the 2 seed with 88 wins? Wow. Wow. That's bad. Bob Feller and Parker Messick, good years. Knapp probably won MVP, and at least I'm hoping he did. He won the batting title, but nothing else. 25 home runs is a lot for him, but honestly, ask me if I care. Let's see. See how the guys did. 9.2 from Knapp, J-Ram with a 4.9, Bazana with a 3, 2.9 from Quan, 1.4 from David Fry, Martinez with a 1.2 as well as the Louder, and Austin Hedges with a 1 WAR, good for him. Messick, 18 wins, Bob Feller with 15, 46 saves out of Cade Smith, 4.5 from Bob Feller, Parker with a 3.2, Gavin Williams with a 1.8, and Sean Armstrong with a 1.2. Festa, Bybee, Cantillo, all with 1 WAR apiece, so good year all around. Taking on Texas, and they're going to sweep us again. Wow, that's bad. All right, let's go at our next player and see if we can do a little bit better. All right, the next player we're adding is Tris Speaker, the all-time leader in doubles in MLB history. Didn't make the player model. I did change his stats. He was an absolute beast with Cleveland. So, yeah, he's going to hold it down in center field. I did move Knapp to shortstop because Bazana was really good the 1 year, and I want to see if he can do it again, because it'll kind of change decisions moving forward. Stephen Kwan is in left. The Louder is still in right. So pretty much that's the only thing that changes. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, sim to the All-Star break. We should be really good this year. We should be hopefully a top team. So let's go find out. All right, Home Run Derby time. We're progressively getting better, which is great. We obviously love to see that. 63-35, 11.5 games ahead. Speaker, Knapp, J-Ram, Tanner. We always seem to have some good pitching in the starters, which is amazing. Do we have anyone else here that we didn't expect? J-Ram we obviously expected. Knapp we expected. Speaker we expect. What the fuck? He's hitting almost 400. Wow. All right, let's finish out this year strong and get back to the playoffs. All right, 95-67, another bye. We are the 2 seed yet again. Tanner Bybee, great year. Did that say 23 wins out of him? Tris Speaker led the league in doubles as he should, and triples, and stolen bases. J-Ram, and oh my, he hit 378. Are you kidding me? He hit 378. Cy Young goes to Tanner. Tris Speaker with the Hank Aaron and the batting title. 23-5. Wow. Wow. This team is winning the World Series. It better. 12-2 out of Tris Speaker. Knapp with a 7-9. J-Ram with a 6-5. Bailey with a 2-4. The Louder with a 2-3. 1-9 from Steven Kwan. 1-8 from Angel Martinez. 23 wins out of 10. That's insane. 47 saves from Cade Smith. Only 4 blown saves, which is great. Let's see, 3-7 from Tanner. Bob Feller with a 2-2. He needs to get better. Like, he needs to perform better. I think it's his control. I think we're going to boost it next year. Parker with a 2-1. Gavin Williams with a 1-5. Cade Smith with a 1-4. We need to do some damage here. Taking on Toronto. And they're going to pack us up. Oh, my God. Who lost this game? Tanner. Comes off a Cy Young and then just can't get it done for us. All right, let's go at our next player and hope that we can, finally start to see some good progress in the playoffs. All right, the next player we're adding is Stan Kovaleski. Kovaleski. I think that's what it is. He was an absolute beast. Led the league in WHIP and hits per 9. Yeah, he was very good. So he is going to go ahead and be another top end guy. I did give Bob Feller 60 control just so he would be better. This team needs to genuinely win 100 games and win the World Series. So let's go see if they can do it. All right, we're at the home run derby, and the team, I will not lie, is not doing too well. Jonathan Aranda, wow, why is he so good in this game? They finally start respecting him. We're still first by 3 games, but obviously we're in a very weak AL Central. Stan is here, which is good. No Cade Smith, so that might be the problem. Knapp is here, but he is the backup. Anyone else? Obviously Tris Speaker we saw, but no, wow. Team needs to figure it out in the second half. We need to step it up here. All right, we finished 87 and 75. We don't even get a bye. Just a terrible year. Bob Feller, Stan Kovaleski, Tris Speaker had a great year. J-Ram had a decent year. Not a good year. Should have been taking a step forward. We took a step back. Speaker with a 10-2. Knapp with a 7-6. J-Ram with a 3-9. Bailey with a 3. Kwan and Bazana with a 1-5. And then a 1-4 from Rockio. Cade Smith, 45 saves isn't terrible. How many blown saves? Did I miss it? No, I didn't get far enough. 9 blown saves from him. Matt Fessa with 8 is not going to play. Stain with a 5-7, great year. Bob Feller with a 3-9. 1-7 from Messick, 1-4 from Cade Smith. Let's get this over with. We're probably going to get knocked out here. Never mind. We move on to Seattle. Okay, come on, Tampa. And we just barely miss out. Wow. And we put on a great comeback just to lose by 1. That sucks. All right, let's go at our next player and see if we can finally make it to the World Series. The next player we are adding is Lou Boudreau. I think that's how you say that. This is the MLB The Show version. I did boost his stats a little bit because he did win MVP in what year was this? 1948 with a 10-4 WAR, and he was very good that year. He hit 355. So, yeah, we kind of boosted his stats to reflect his best year. I could give him more power. I'm going to give him more power. We'll see how this year goes, and then maybe give him more power. He had 18 home runs that year, which doesn't sound like a lot now, but that's a lot for 1948. Yeah, he was a very good player. He is going to force Knapp to go back over to second, but that should be fine. Hopefully he can help us do a job and help us finally win a World Series. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is very good. Kyle Manzardo is here. Good for him. Let's see. We're currently 11.5 games ahead. Tris Speaker, Knapp, Kovaleski, J-Ram. Do we have anyone else here? Cade Smith all the way at the bottom we saw. Knapp, good. J-Ram, very good. Lou Boudreau, very good. Isn't hitting a lot of home runs, so next year I'll boost his power a little bit. Steven Kwan's here as well. Good for him. Tris Speaker. So the team is firing on all cylinders. We just need to finish out this year strong, and I think we'll be in a great spot. All right, 97 and 65 is very solid. It's going to be good enough for first place in the conference. Bob Feller and Stan Kovaleski doing a great job. Knapp, Speaker, Kyle Manzardo for whatever reason. Tris Speaker wins a batting title. Bob Feller wins a Cy Young, so good for him. See how the rest of the guys did. Manzardo did very well. Actually, I lied. He had a negative 0.3 because he can't field to save his life. Speaker with a 10-3, Knapp with a 9-8, 6-8 from J-Ram, Bedreau with a 6-7, 4-4 from Bailey, 2-8 from Quan, and a 2-2 from Maurice Hoskins. Not bad. Pitching-wise, we had some decent guys here. Cade Smith, 46 saves. 5 WAR from Stan, 4-5 from Bob Feller. Gaddis with a 1-2, Matt Fessel with a 1-2. How many home runs did Boudreaux have? Only 11. I think I'm going to boost him to about 50 power next year. But that doesn't matter right now. What matters is the playoffs. Houston, we almost had a problem. The Yankees. Okay, the Yankees out of all teams are going to give us a problem. Do they win the World Series? No, they don't. All right, that's fine. Let's go at our next player, and we should be in the World Series. We're right there. We're knocking on the door. We just need to finally open it. All right, the next player we're adding is Doug Jones. For some reason, the website I was using had him listed as the highest, well, second highest behind Class A. He's actually not. He's 4th all-time for saves for the Guardians, but I didn't know that until right now, so that's my bad. Shout out Cody Allen and Bob Wickman and Manuel Class A. You should not even be a legend. You should just be on this team. Yeah, I didn't make the card, but I did boost his stats to kind of reflect his better years. So, yeah, he's probably going to take over the closer roles from Cade Smith, but that should be fine. The bullpen's going to look better, even though it doesn't look great. And I don't know why Sean Armstrong's the one that's getting sent down, but I'm not going to question it. Yeah, hopefully this team can finally win the World Series and actually make the World Series, then win it. It looks like we're like a little bit flip-floppy here. We're doing well, don't get me wrong. It's just we aren't dominating the way I thought we would. We're 57-41, which isn't bad, but we should be doing better. Parker, J-Ram, Knapp, and Tris are all here. None of our relief pitchers are, though, which sucks. Knapp is here, J-Ram's here. No Lou Bedreau. Tris Speaker is here, and that's it. We need to finish off the second half strong. We need to start doing something. 95-67 isn't bad. I mean, we're in a consistent spot. I just want it to be a little bit better. Pitching didn't do very well. Hitters did okay. Delivery man Cade Smith, Messick Rookie of the Year. So it looks like Cade Smith was still our closer with 46 saves, so not bad. Let's see how the guys did. 9-4 out of Lou, 8-8 from Tris Speaker. He did hit 22 home runs, so around where he was supposed to be. Knapp with an 8-4, J-Ram with a 6-9, Quan with a 4, Patrick Bailey with a 1-3, and Kyle Manzardo with a 1. Pitching-wise, okay, so the pitchers were good, they just weren't great. Cade Smith did a good job. Messick with a 4-9, Bob Feller only a 3-4, Stan with only a 3-2, and Cade with a 1-2. So just not great. Needs to be better. Tampa, okay, we barely got by them. Yankees are going to knock us out and give us issues. We only have 4 players left to add, so 4 shots to win the World Series. This is right around where we normally start winning them, so hopefully the next player we add can help us do that. Alright, you knew you were going to see him at some point. It is Jim Thome. This is a Phillies version. I did boost his stats a little bit to reflect his better years in Cleveland, where he was an absolute beast. Yeah, I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal in Cleveland. He had 48 WAR, hit a lot of home runs, did a lot of good things. So hopefully he can come in here and bring that big power bat that we've been looking for. The infield is absolutely elite besides our catcher, but Patrick Bailey defensively is an amazing catcher. So yeah, like I said, hopefully this is what we needed. All right, home run derby time. The team is finally doing a little bit better. Jim Thome was what we needed him to be. Just an absolute power bat in this lineup. 15.5 games ahead. He's our only all-star on the surface. Bob Feller, Stan are both all-stars. None of our relievers. Thome, obviously, we saw. No Knapp. No. Okay, Boudreaux's here. No J-Ram. We haven't seen him in a while. Tris Speaker's here. Just having a bit of it down here, which sucks, but it is what it is. Let's finish out the year strong. We need to finally assert some dominance here. Alright, we finished 162. First triple-digit win. And the Yankees have been the 1 seed every single year, and we've been the 2 seed. The guys did very good, though. Bobwell, Bob Feller, sorry, Cy Young. Jim Thome with the MVP. Move over Aaron Judge. There's a new guy in town. And Bob Feller, third for the MVP. So great years from the guys. 9-2 from that. Boudreaux with a 8-1. Jim Thome with a 6-9. Speaker with a 6-4. J-Ram with a 5-1. Bailey with a 2-6. Quan with a 2-4. And DeLauder with a 1-1. Yeah, decent years from the guys. Cade Smith is still our closer, 39 saves. Let's see. Feller with a 5-1, Stan with a 3-2, Messick with a 2-7, Gavin Williams with a 2-5, 1-3 from Bybee, Doug Jones with a 1-2, and Cade Smith with a 1. All around, solid years. Come on. We need to give me the Athletics. Huge. Okay, barely get by them. Yankees again. This time it's going to be in our favors, and it's going to be the Dodgers. There's going to be a tough mountain to climb. But we do climb it. That is huge. I don't like that we can't see the, what's it called? But it's fine. We win our first World Series. Knapp with the World Series MVP. Tris Speaker with the playoff MVP. So, great work. Knapp, wow. Either one of these guys should have won it over Tris Speaker with 0 home runs, 0 RBIs. SCS, please fix this because this is insane. So, yeah. We'll take the 1, though. We've got 3 chances left. See if we can get a couple more. Alright, you knew we were going to add him at some point. It is CC Sabathia, former Cy Young winner with the Guardians, or, well, the Indians at the time. He was an absolute beast. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else you need to say about CC. He was an absolute beast. So, yeah, hopefully he can come in here, do a good job for us, and we can really just start to dominate with this beautiful 3-headed monster that we have here. Alright, Home Run Derby. We're doing pretty well. Jim Thome and J-Ram is here, which is nice to see. 65 and 33. We're very good. I would like to be in the 70s, but it's fine. J-Ram, CC, Thome, Knapp, all doing a job. Do we have anyone else? Obviously, we saw Jim, we saw Knapp, we saw J-Ram. Lou is also here. Tris Speaker. Yeah, the team is doing very well. Hopefully, we can finish off the year strong and go back-to-back. All right, we go 111 and 51. That's what I need to see. We are the 1 seed. Yeah, CC had a phenomenal year. Bob Feller with a Cy Young. Stan with Rookie of the Year. Bob Feller with an MVP. Knapp with a batting title. Jim Thome, CC Sabathia, all phenomenal years from the guys. They did very well. Extremely well. Let's see. 9-4 from Knapp, Lou with a 9-1, Tris Speaker with an 8-5, Thome with a 7-2, J-Ram with a 6, DeLauder with a 2-2, 2-1 from Patrick Bailey, 1-8 from Stevie Quan, 42 saves from Cade Smith is very okay. Just looks like he didn't get that many opportunities. 6-9 from CC Sabathia, 5-5 from Stan, Bob Feller with a 4-7, Gavin Williams with a 2-6, Parker Messick with a 2-5, Doug Jones 1-5, Matt Festa with a 1.4. The team did very well. But we need to get it done right here, right now. Athletics, nice little cakewalk. Yankees, thank you. The Mets, come on, this should be an easy sweep. Thank you very much. We go back-to-back. That'll work. That'll play. Patrick Bailey, World Series MVP. Stephen Quan, playoff MVP. Yet again, it should have been J-Ram. I just don't understand. Like, this is just, it's always so broken. Just fix it, please. Like, there's no reason J-Ram should not have won it with these stats. I'm seeing 393 home runs and 8 RBIs. He literally led Stephen Quan in everything. Hell, I think you could even argue Tris Speaker was better. Just please, SDS, can we just be smarter here? But regardless, we do win number 2. We've got 2 left. Can we win both of them and make it 4 in a row? Alright, the last player we're adding is Victor Martinez. There were some other options I could have done. I think Kenny Lofton would have been a good option. There's someone else I'm missing. But we needed a catcher, so we went with Victor Martinez. I had to boost his stats a lot because SDS, didn't give him a good Cleveland catching card in like the kind of just general franchise thing. So I boosted him a little bit, and I had to make him extremely good because he's 35. And if you guys don't know, when you hit like 33, you start regressing a lot normally. So we boosted the life out of him so he can hopefully be really good for us. Yeah, pretty much why he is as good as he is. So hopefully he can do a job for us. He's our last hitter we're adding, so yeah, see if he can do the job we need him to do. All right, we're at the home run derby. We are absolutely elite. Jim Thome doing a great job. He is the power bat we needed. 74 and 24. I mean, just look at that. Chase the Louder's an all-star. Yeah, V-Mart, J-Ram, CC, Thome, Knapp, Tris, and the Louder. Obviously, our pitchers normally we don't normally get to see them. Wow, we don't even get to see V-Mart. Thome, no, we don't get to see Knapp. J-Ram, Lou's here, even though he's the backup. Tris Speaker and Chase the Louder. How is V-Mart holding up? Yeah, as you can see, he falls off all immediately. So that's why we made him as good as we did. Hopefully, he can hold on strong for the rest of the year, and hopefully, we can just finish out strong and go for our third in a row. All right, there we go. 119 and 43. That is more than good enough. Wow, you see the guys. You see them. Wow, really only Tris Speaker showed up hitting wise. Delivery man, Cade Smith, CC Cy Young, Kovaleski, rookie. Wow, Jordan wins it over CC and Bob Feller. That sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. He had a great year. Can't be mad at it. Speaker with an 8-4, Boudreaux with a 7-8, Knapp with a 7, J-Ram and V-Mart with the 5-8. He's down to a 91. This is probably more around where he was at his prime, like a 91 to 94, give or take. Thome with a 5-5, the Louder with a 3-8, Martinez with a 1-7, Quan with a 1-4, so good year from the guys. 50 saves out of Cade Smith, great year from him. 7-9 out of CC is insane. 5-7 from Stan, Bob Feller with a 4-5, Messick with a 3-6, Gavin Williams with a 2-3. Let's go ahead. Finally, Yankees aren't the 2 seed. Tampa, move over. Athletics. The Athletics just dogged us. Oh my god, that is disgusting. Alright, we've got one player left to add. You guys might be able to guess who it is. Alright, if you guessed Andrew Miller as the last player we were going to add, you would be absolutely correct. He wasn't the greatest in Cleveland, but he was very solid while he was there. Kind of where he broke out originally. Well, actually, not even broke out, but he was solid there. Wasn't really the closer, but he did do a good job anyway. It's crazy that he only had 63 career saves. Yeah, hopefully he can come in here and do a good job for us. It's really all we need from him. Alright, home run derby. We are just about where we were last year. Jim Thome doing a great job. Let's see. We are 18.5 games ahead. Thome, J-Ram, Knapp, and Tris. Good years from the guys. Anyone else? Anyone other than guys that we already saw? Lou is here. Yeah, and that's really it. Alright, that's fine. Let's finish out the year strong. Can we get our third World Series? It seems to be the sweet spot for this series, so let's see if we can do it. Alright, 115 and 47. Great year yet again. You see the guys. You know who they are. You know their names. You know they're amazing. Stan Cy Young, Stan Rookie of the Year, Jim Thome MVP, Knapp with a batting title. Just a phenomenal year. Just generally a phenomenal year. 9-9 from Knapp, Thome with an 8-4, Speaker with a 7-9, Lou with a 7, 6-6 from V-Mart, who's down to 90, but that's fine. J-Ram with a 6, Quan with a 1-4, and Manzardo with a 1-2. 51 saves out of Cade Smith. I like how Cade Smith has been the closer every single year. I think that's kind of funny. 4-8 from Stan, 3-5 from Bob Feller, CC with a 3-3, Williams with a 2-6, Andrew Miller with a 2-1, Jones with a 1-4, Parker with a 1-2, and Matt Festa with a 1. Let's go ahead. Come on. Let's just destroy the playoffs. Come on. New York. Move over. Milwaukee. Come on. They swept us. In an absolutely insanely close series, they swept us. So we only get 2 World Series wins, which is extremely disappointing. I thought we were going to get at least 3. But it is what it is. It happens. That being said, it's going to be it for this one. A little bit of a disappointing end, but yeah, it happens. So thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.